Yeah,
Thanks for that. Yeah. Many things, a few things I'd like to cover still, but chat roulette.
yeah,
You organized, I believe, one of those, at least one, and at least in June, I think 2010. Could you
yeah,
please talk us through that chat roulette, the concept, and how successful it was at Rabobank?
yeah. Well, chat roulette, of course, you know by the webcams site, chat
Mhm.
roulette. What we have done is giving it to the physical world. So we started chat roulette in the physical world, so where you have it started on a LinkedIn group called the
Mhm.
Rabobank networking group, which is to work with people who are in the social media industry and that work at Rabobank. We have different levels of knowledge, and of course we have workshops, we have guidelines, we have everything, but there's also a group of innovators who want more and more and more,
Mhm.
and we didn't have like real events for people who already know almost anything about social media and reading your blog.
Mhm.
So what we have done is started the chat roulette. We had like 10 rooms, physical rooms, and then you can go for 10 minutes maximum to learn about social media, but only what Rabobank did for social media. So I had a room which I would talk about strategy. The
Mhm.
local bank talked about what they did with Highs. Another one talked about what they did with YouTube, and we learned a lot from each other.
Okay.
And it was more like an conference. It was organized chaos, and we had to learn from each other and in a non-formal way.
Mm.
It worked. It was very great, and we are definitely will do that again. Maybe not call it chat roulette because of the way it's now. It may change in the image, but
Mm.
we call it something else. But it's more like an unconference, a bar, a boot camp,
Yeah.
bar camp, how would you like to call it?
Yeah.
We learn a lot, and we're starting in January, and maybe we. We'll also work with some external people and external speakers. So
So maybe I'll come next year then.
yeah, you're welcome.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Yeah,
So how many people did show up or did benefit from that
yeah.
initiative?
We did only because we only wanted the front runners. We only organized it on LinkedIn, so there was no way you could notice
Okay.
it if you wouldn't be on the LinkedIn networking group. You also have to subscribe to LinkedIn,
Yeah.
and we had 150 people showing up on a Friday afternoon, and
Mhm.
some people said they learned more in that afternoon than a year of working together with all the intranet and all the information we provide. Because when you speak to someone who is in the know, then it's all far more interesting if you
Of course.
already know the basics, of course, which is still something we are learning day to day.
Of course,
Yeah,
yeah. That
yeah,
that that has a cost though in terms of resources or time at least spent organizing it.
yeah.
How did you sell it to the management, and so what was the key objective there?
Well, it's bottom up, and we are in the corporation. So if 150 people want it, then we do it. So it's not a way you could say from. But that's what this was about. But we didn't have. It was all low budget, and it was fine and okay. And we all brought our own laptops, for instance, to